winner gets to choose the bug that gets eaten.
Yeah.
All right.
Looks like a little penis. That's a Oh, is that a roach?
I'm so grossed out.
This
I'm
is
not
the
even
one
eating
bug
it.
challenge.
Right?
Get this
Good job,
bug
Bug.
up
Now
in
I'm
my
gonna
ass.
give you a whole pack of bugs, and you get to.
What?
Elliot loves his TV, and I love my TV and my stuffy, and Elliot loves his moose.
Can I say something really quick?
No.
I know you're still voting.
No, you cannot.
You guys are really worried about my witness being judged beforehand. Her kid just started saying, I love my TV. I love my moosey. Like, you're worried about my sister? Could go for a wrap and some sweet potato fries.
Okay, so welcome to Legally Friends. This is a YouTube channel that is about friendship and using the power of law to make our friendships better. And we're doing our first debate episode today. Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Brooke. I'm debating for, should I say what the topic is?
Yeah, go ahead.
I believe parents should give cheap gifts from Santa. So that's what I'm going to be debating here today. And I brought my friend.
I'm Kaylee, and I believe parents should not have to give cheap gifts to kids for Christmas.
And that's what we'll be debating today. Debating.
Debate.
Not nervous. Go on. Back to you.
So the way that this is going to work is there's going to be 3 rounds. And in the first round, it's going to be like a classical debate. It's going to be, we're going to time you 2 minutes. So you'll have 2 minutes each to basically give your side of the story. That's going to be round 1. That'll go for a total of, till we beat the subject to death or till we need to move on, basically. The second round, you guys are basically going to improvise a scenario using anybody you want in the room to emphasize your point. Does that make sense?
Do we have to use someone from the room or could we do it all ourselves?
You can do it all yourself if you want. Okay. You can use as many people in the room as you want. If you want to do it all yourself, that's fine too.
Would we have time to like show you what we want you to do?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
As long as it's not like 40 lines.
No, it won't be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or like, a whole play.
No, it's not a whole play.
So you guys good with understanding round 2?
Can you repeat the part where you said it takes as long as it takes? Because I thought you said 2 minutes only.
It is 2 minutes only, but I'm saying the rounds will go from either 12 to 20 minutes, but I doubt we're going to go that long.
Okay, got it.
And then the third round is you guys are going to support any evidence if you have any. And there's going to be some questioning in round 1 from the judges if we feel like we don't understand anything by a certain amount of 2-minute rounds. Other than that, do you guys understand that? So each round is going to be worth a point. I don't know if I mentioned that. And we're each going to have a vote. There's 3 of us on who won each round. So basically, best of 3 points is going to win.
Is there a tiebreaker or will there automatically?
There's no way that you can tie because there's 3 points. We have to decide a punishment. You two have to decide a punishment that you're both okay doing for whoever the loser is. Now, you guys couldn't come up with one, or I have some here. You don't want to do the hot chip challenge, though, right?
No, please.
What about
not
eating
the hot chip.
an edible bug?
Is it like in a lollipop, or we're talking like just a
like a
straight
cricket?
cricket? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not against it. I could do it. Just not a hot chip. Like I don't want to be shitting it later.
If it's not spicy,
Yeah.
It's not spicy.
Is it flavored? Is it like
I'd rather eat a fucking
black
cricket
pepper and
than
garlic?
a spicy chip.
No, that's fine. I'll still do it.
Mixed bugs.
Oh, okay.
I'll do it.
It's not
Would you
even
do
just
it?
a cricket. Yeah.
You both agree on it?
Yeah, we'll do it.
Okay. So
Wait, one.
I just
hold on,
signed
hold
up
on.
to
Whoa,
eat
whoa,
a
whoa.
fucking bug.
Yeah. How many bugs? We're talking.
That's up to you two.
I say one is
Like
fine.
one, absolutely.
Okay. Or I'm not going to make you do a
sure?
fucking
Just wanna do
handful.
one?
How big are they? Can we see? If we guarantee we're going to eat it, you
All
can
right.
open
So just so that everybody has a good idea, there are grasshoppers of multiple kinds, grubs in here, as well as what is this? What do you think?
Can I
this
pick
is
the
called?
bug that she gets to eat if she
it.
loses?
Oh.
I want to.
I like that, actually.
What I'd like to propose is there be 3 bugs that get consumed. There has to be 3 chews and a swallow at least.
I
You
vote
cannot swallow
one
whole.
bug, but consumed entirely. Chew it all. Swallow
Okay,
it.
opponent gets to choose the bug.
Yes.
The person
Does
who
that sound
won
fair?
chooses
Yeah.
the bug. Yeah, but
Okay,
you have
so
to eat the whole thing.
so this is what we'll do.
One bug.
One
Whole thing.
bug, 3 chews.
Yeah, because if they're small, 3. Well,
Well, why 3 chews if
Yeah.
you're eating the whole thing and swallowing it?
yeah.
No, you
It's
don't
already
get
in my
to
teeth
eat
at
the
that
whole
point.
thing and just swallow it. You
Why?
have to chew it 3 times.
Oh, like you can't just go gulp?
Yes.
How does
Okay.
it smell in there, Andrew?
So
I'm
at
not
least
gonna-
3
don't,
chews.
Don't answer that question. Don't
Okay.
answer that
I get what
question.
he's saying. I thought you were
Okay.
saying like you only have to chew 3 times, you can spit it out. I'm saying eat the whole thing. But I get okay.
I just want you guys to be able to chew it and
Perfect.
okay. All right. So you're
I'm
both in
in.
agreement?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so let's start with round 1. Andrew, do you want to get a timer ready? And who wants to go first?
Do you have a preference? Like what
Well,
would
you guys
flow
could do
better?
rock paper scissors if you want to see who goes first.
Okay.
No, you're going first.
Okay. I believe parents should give cheap gifts from Santa. And I'll tell you exactly why. So think of every Christmas movie you've ever seen, right? So for some examples, I have Elf, which is a classic from 2003. Santa's Workshop produces classic handcrafted toys like rocking horses, etch-a-sketches, doll houses, right? So these gifts are grounded in tradition and craftsmanship, not just magic. Or there's the Christmas Chronicles movie from 2018. Kurt Russell's Santa creates customized gifts. So like he made a skateboard for a boy who very specifically had asked his parents for it, and Santa was able to get that for him. So that presents, he'd always wanted it. So while there's magic involved, the presents are tangible, thoughtful, and specific. These gifts are more Santa-like than like a new iPhone 15 from AT&T or a brand new 4-wheeler or side-by-side. So that's point number 1. Number 2, by giving cheaper gifts from Santa, you are protecting the magic of Christmas. For the less fortunate kids. So not all parents can afford Christmas gifts. I know mine couldn't. Shout out, Dad. The parents that are buying expensive gifts from Santa may just be doing it to keep up with the social status. Holy shit. Okay. They might be doing it just to keep up with the social status. According to the lendingtree.com, over 48% of parents went into debt during the holiday season in 2024 just to buy fucking gifts for their kids. Santa is checking his list this holiday season, and consumer debt is at the top. Thank you.
Pen drop.
Okay. The rebuttal whenever you're ready.
Okay. I'm Kaylee, and I believe parents should not have to give cheap gifts from Santa. Santa isn't just a delivery guy in a red suit. He's magic. He's wonder. He's the reason kids sprint to the tree in fuzzy pajamas with hearts pounding and eyes sparkling. So why on earth would we let that same Santa bring socks? Santa's job is to make children feel seen, special, filled with joy, not to restock their toothpaste or drop off notebooks. That's what their parents are for. There's no sparkle in shampoo. Don't laugh at me. This is serious. That's what parents are for. There's no sparkle in shampoo, no thrill in thermal underwear. And before anyone says, but boring gifts are useful, let me ask you, was magic ever about being practical? Did a flying sleigh make sense? No, it was wonderful. And that's the point. Even worse, boring... He does not support Santa. And before anyone says, but boring gifts are useful, let me ask you, was magic... Oh, I reread that.
Odie ruined it. We're going to cut that part. Right, George?
Yeah,
Right.
Even worse, boring gifts can actually hurt. If one kid gets a toy and other gets deodorant, what do you think that child believes? That they're not good enough? That Santa forgot them? That kind of confusion stays with kids for longer than the holiday season. Let Santa be Santa. Let him bring the gifts that make kids gasp, laugh, and dream bigger. Leave the boring gifts to the grown-ups and keep Christmas morning magical. Teach your kids humility and respect, and buy them what they want.
Great opening statements from both of you. So moving forward, I'm going to let you guys keep going. Just make sure that also you're actively listening to your opponent. So in case you want to add anything to the future rounds, you can go ahead and do that. I'm gonna keep the conversation going, but all I want to do is so you're the main. I guess there's many points to your argument, right, Brooke?
Yeah.
And would I be correct in assuming that one of the main arguments is that it ruins it basically ruins the magic of Christmas when you give a kid a more expensive gift?
It ruins it for the other children, correct?
Okay. And Kaylee, what is your main argument is that kids should be allowed to get these gifts? Is that am I summing that up correctly or?
Yes, because I believe it violates the fun and joy and the magic for the kid that you are handling. You shouldn't have to worry about other kids when you're worrying about the Christmas spirit. You're gifting your kids, not others.
Parents should have free reign, essentially.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to send it back to Brooke, and we'll do another 2 minutes. Just want to make sure that I summarized everything as correctly as I could before I let you guys finish
You
this
did
round.
great.
Okay. All right. Go ahead whenever you're ready.
Deodorant. What? When have you? Okay, that maybe a stocking gift. I'd open some deodorant.
Yeah.
So sure, I'll give you that. But Santa isn't creating. The elves aren't creating deodorant. So I want to start with that. Rudolph's nose isn't the only thing in the red after this holiday season. So going back to the debt that these parents go in, right? The average debt per household income in 2024 was $1,181 of deodorant. And to think, Santa could have gotten you something more meaningful, like a homemade sweater, a puzzle maybe, a skateboard that you specifically wanted and asked for, like the movie I talked about earlier. But they had to have the Switch. Awkward. Santa is magical, not a limitless gift machine. I agree with you there. But do you think the elves needed a union to protect them? They might if they're making iPhone fucking 15s all day and they're grinding in the workshop making Switches and PS5s. So this isn't an every kid deserves a trophy kind of thing, right? Because that mentality does fucking suck and every kid doesn't deserve a trophy. This is every kid deserves the magic of Santa without feeling less than. Pardon me, without feeling less than. So don't be an apathetic, self-centered piece of shit and try caring about something. For once, try caring about children. This is about kids at the end of the day, not your ego. So to sum it up, Santa's magic isn't about money. It's about wonder. It's about fairness and love. When we give simple, equal gifts, we make sure every kid feels seen, believed in, and worthy, no matter their zip code. That's not boring. That's the real magic of Christmas. Thank you.
So, from what I understand, your argument is that the magic of Christmas is in the child's spirit and it's money-based. And I think that that's a standard set by society of money is the importance of everything. But one person's experience isn't going to be the same. So if Joe over here has every day his dad's wealthy and he gets to pick a PlayStation 4 game any day, then Christmas for him is maybe a car. But for somebody who their daily life is they get cookies and that's their gift, then a Nintendo Switch is the best thing in the entire world. So
it sounds like you're saying that money is the point of everything. Unfortunately, that's my point, is that unfortunately it's come down to money being the point of everything when it shouldn't be. The magic of Santa shouldn't be about the monetary value. That's why I'm saying Santa should be an even around all the children. And the magic can come from you as far as monetary value.
yeah,
That kind of magic.
But downplaying somebody else's Christmas to match yours isn't necessarily fair either.
Well, it's about being empathetic. Life isn't fair.
Yeah, but then
So
you
it's to
can,
teach your children that Santa can be magical.
or
not
you can
fair.
just teach the older kids humility and respect in the
Does that work?
regard of, I mean, just teaching your kids that everybody's going to bend to your will work, that everybody's just not going to do what they want because it's going to upset your feelings.
Well, that was my point about the trophy thing. We're not handing all of them trophies. We're doing the opposite. We're handing them all even gifts from Santa, and then you can give them whatever you want.
Yeah, but
Give
giving
them the mega pack of deodorant.
Yeah, but giving them equal gifts for somebody
from Santa, who's not real. Sorry, kids.
but giving them equal gifts from Santa for it's not across the board because there are unfortunately levels in wealthy and
So you believe in that?
socio. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you're telling the person at the top that sorry, you can't give your son a Xbox 360 because the person at the bottom can
So the
only
person at the top's probably doing a
afford-
spaceship.
Yeah.
Like Jimmy's getting a fucking spaceship, and you think that's okay because he can afford it for his Santa?
Yeah, but
You don't think Johnny going to school being like, I got a spaceship, Timmy, and Timmy's crying about socks?
Yeah, but I don't think the world's fair in general. And so I
But
think
we can fix this.
but teaching your kids magic and that it's
Santa isn't
nothing's
real.
equal.
We can fix it. Let's do it together. We can do it together.
Yes, but
start
if
now.
your magic is different than somebody else's magic, expecting that everybody else's
Their
magic
ego?
is to be the same.
The parents' ego is that magic. They want to give the expensive gifts because they want to feel good.
No, if they can afford it, why shouldn't they be allowed to give their kids what they want to give them?
From them. They can. I'm not saying they can't. This is from mom and dad. You can have this from me, honey, because I love you and mommy can afford it because I work really hard. This is from Santa because he's a magical fake fucking being and he's going to give you this because he wants you to have it. This
Yeah.
is a rocking horse that the elves built. The elves aren't building a spaceship.
But if it's about the experience, then shouldn't you focus on that? The whole thing is that it's magical, and
Exactly. I agree with that.
then why does it matter what somebody else gifts their child if
If Santa brings luxury, poor families lose.
poor families lose?
Yeah. That creates class division in the magic of Christmas. Brutal.
But there's class division everywhere. But
But in the magic of Christmas, that's my point.
Yeah, but not everybody
The world
celebrates
is
Christmas.
fucked right now, folks. It's fucked. It's separated. There are billionaires. What the fuck? There are billionaires, right? But I'm saying the magic of Christmas shouldn't be affected by that. We should become a united stance in this. Please join me, Kaylee. Join me in this united stance.
No. Unfortunately, no. Because with your kids, how do you explain to them the difference of like religions, of different people that celebrate different things, Hanukkah and things like that?
Well, if you're celebrating Christmas anyway, you probably are religious. So they probably have their own reasons for that. And I don't want to get on religion necessarily because
yeah, but it's more about like if you can teach your kids boundaries in one aspect, and then you can teach your kids boundaries in another.
I'm going to open it up to questions.
Sure.
If you guys are okay with that.
we're okay with that.
So I'm going to give the judges over here an opportunity to give one or both of you a question that you will have time to respond
like it.
to.
Go away.
Do either of you have a question?
Go for it.
Brooke, you mentioned movies, Christmas movies.
I sure
for
did.
Children like Elf. What about Home Alone? Is child abandonment, is that a free gift that Santa can give kids?
I mean, it was pretty cheap to just leave them at home. So they probably saved a good amount of money.
Proponent
Yeah.
of child abandonment.
They bought him pizza first. So that's pretty sweet. What's the question?
That's a good question. I don't know.
I mean, it's free. Why don't we just give most of our kids child abandonment as gifts for Christmas?
I agree.
All right.
Thank you.
Do you have a
Next.
I have a couple of questions. So
For me or for Kaylee?
I have one for each of you, I
Okay.
think.
Oh no.
So Kaylee, my question for you, you say that parents should be able to buy kids whatever they want for Christmas, right? Why could they not buy the simple gifts for Christmas and the expensive ones for their child's birthday instead?
Because your birthday is not around this magical idea of a holiday of elves and celebrating with magic and joy. Why would you do that for your birthday?
It's more so for the economic side of it, I guess. Rather than ruining other children's Christmases, because they got socks and your child received a boat. Instead, you could just give them the boat for their birthday, because you're spending the money either way, right? Like,
Yeah.
the difference is just a holiday that some people celebrate and some people don't.
Yeah. Well, why couldn't I get a boat for my birthday and Christmas?
I mean, I suppose you could,
Yeah.
but
If my dad could afford it. And I feel like
I'm glad that you had a dad.
Oh,
I don't actually. He couldn't afford a boat, unfortunately.
and that's why she knows firsthand experience. No boat.
But I wish he
Uh,
could have bought me one.
Dylan told me that he had a question, so I'm going to pass it to him before
Didn't you
I
have a
ask
question
it.
for me?
I will.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to let him do his
Back
question.
to Dylan.
I just had a follow up. So so is Christmas all about consumerism? Because some kids get more expensive gifts. So then we pose the argument to introduce unfairness and economic disparities to kids early, and that's why some kids get different presents.
I think that it would be more about teaching your kids humility and respect versus the spending amount. If I buy you a PlayStation 5, or Santa buys you a PlayStation 5 for Christmas, maybe don't go to school bragging about it, because not everybody is on as privileged or is going to receive the same level of gift. And
I don't know if I'm allowed to add to that, but I would like to if I can.
Sure. If you're done.
yes.
I forgot my thought. I'm fucking dead. Oh, it's gonna happen anyway. Like, you can be a good parent and your kid can be a little shit and go around showing off their Stanley and telling people, well, my mommy got me this, and they'll go home and like, I didn't say that, Mom, I'm a good kid. And the mom's like, yeah, you are, Timmy. Like, it's gonna happen anyway. Like, you can be as good of a parent as you want and your kid's still gonna either be a good kid or a piece of shit, and you won't even know about it most of the time.
Yeah, but what if your parent's a piece of shit and they don't buy you anything? And
So
then
you're
are
a
you
piece
just
of shit because you didn't buy them anything? Just
Well,
because you're poor?
No.
My dad didn't give me anything. He's not a piece
No,
of
that's
shit.
what I meant. Like, or maybe they just couldn't afford it.
Exactly.
So then, are you just not supposed to give gifts at all?
Well,
Because
you could
one
give
kid
them
couldn't.
something you could afford. And if that's just a homemade gift, a craft, look, Santa made you origami.
Here, let
Okay,
me.
so then am I supposed to gift my kid origami because that's all their parents could give
No,
them?
but a similar gift, deodorant.
Let me ask a question real quick. So it seems like both of you are in agreement that Christmas is a great holiday and that it's magical and it should be this time of cheer and it should have like a wonder about it. Both of you agree with that? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
In a perfect world, that is what the goal is. Yes, magic.
Okay. So can I ask both of you, what difference does the gift matter if the parent is able to give that without giving a gift? For instance, somebody could be unhappy with an expensive gift, right? But somebody could also be really happy for a cheap gift. And it could be vice versa. A poor kid could be really unhappy with an expensive gift or like a really nice gift, but be happy with a poor one. So I'd like to hear both of your thoughts kind of in a fabricated scenario like that, I guess. You guys talk
It
to
sounds
that
like
now?
you're adding to my point when you say that, because it's not about the gifts and it shouldn't be. It absolutely shouldn't be.
Right, but
it
what if
currently
there's
is.
a kid who doesn't experience the magic of Christmas unless he's given something that is
Then he's a
really-
little fucking shit. Like, he's literally like, Christmas is ruined because I didn't get a fucking
But who
boat.
are you to
Like,
tell them what their magic is?
But
That's-
also I
you're
want to
supposed to
say
teach them.
what if it
Yeah.
not a little shit? What if it just
Yeah,
makes him
that's
happy
just
that an expensive gift though?
What he likes.
I feel like he would have to learn how to be thankful for what he's got. So your version of a little shit and my version of a little shit is different, because if you're not thankful for what you have, even if it's expensive or not expensive, like if you think Santa gave this for you and he made it just for you because he loves you and you were so good this year, whatever the stupid reason of Christmas is, you're telling me that I mean, our versions of little shit is different maybe, but just be grateful. It's the magic is about being grateful for what you have. And if what you have is Santa gave you a puzzle and a pair of socks, that's awesome. You know? Like, and if he gave you a boat and you're unhappy about it, you got a boat. You got a gift. Santa thought of you and he made you a boat. It's awesome. It's about being grateful.
So, but if you believe you could teach them to be grateful, you don't believe that you could teach them not to brag? or to just be grateful that they got a PlayStation and not go tell everybody that they got the PlayStation.
I think it'd be awesome if you could teach them not to brag. Yeah.
Yeah. It'd be awesome
I
to teach them to be grateful too, because my children personally, I may have gotten them a TV for Christmas and they may be grateful for it, but they're still going to be shits about it. It's just, you can want to teach somebody something, but doesn't mean it's necessarily true. And I think that just totally screwed my whole argument as well.
Yeah, I was agreeing with what you were saying because I agree with that.
I feel like on either side of the spectrum, you can teach them to be grateful, or you can teach them to be respectful, or you can teach them to be both.
But the kid is an individual, and they're going to do what they want at the end of the day, regardless of the parents.
So buy them
opinion.
what they want, because it doesn't matter.
Brooke, let me ask you this: is there a certain gift that has to be given, or is there a dollar amount? How would it work in your world?
I feel like absolutely not, as far as a dollar amount goes. And going back to my first point with the movies of what you see, I think if it could be built by an elf, you're good to go. Or created by an elf. So it could be socks. It could be, I mean, that's back to my spaceship comment. They're not out there building spaceships or iPhone 5s.
Why couldn't they?
They're elves.
They're
What kind
fucking
of education?
magic.
I mean, they are magic.
Yeah.
You got me there.
And they're
are
not
magical.
fucking real. So
Yeah, they aren't real. So my biggest point is that none of this is fucking real. Just be an empathetic person. Thank you. Does that answer your question? You can reword it again.
Judges, are you guys ready to?
Andrew had
make
another question, though.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
sorry. Do you have a question?
No.
Another one? Do you have a question? Okay, we're gonna vote on round one real quick.
no.
All right, votes are in for round one, and we will go to round two. Whoever wants to go first may begin with your role play scenario.
You were prepared.
Okay, I'll go first. So, let me set the scene for you guys first.
They won't be able to hear if you don't talk to them.
I'm going to set the scene for you guys first. Oh, get this on the camera. This is Merry Christmas. Okay. It's a reindeer. Okay, so it's Christmas time. House number 1. This is Noah. Opens a small wrapped gift. What's in here? I'm so excited. From Santa. A puzzle and a pair of warm, fuzzy socks. Thanks, Santa. The mom's watching in the distance. I'm so glad I didn't go broke this year. House number 2. Riley. From Santa. Sweet. Oh, PS5! Yeah! I'm going to tell the boys. Santa must love me so much. At school the next day. Noah. Santa gave me socks. Riley. Oh. I got a PS5. Noah. Looks sad. Confused. And just like that, little Noah wondered why Santa didn't love him as much. Was he not as good this year as he thought? The magic cracked. Poor Noah. Scene.
Nice.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you.
All right. Rebuttal.
Okay. I did not come with props, but look at this. It's Christmas.
You need a box?
Yes, I'll use your box.
Yeah, you will. Back to you.
This is a Christian podcast.
Merry Christmas.
Santa's real. Don't worry. Okay. House 1. Thank you for that. House 1. Brooke. I got a book. Yay. Thanks, Mom. You're welcome, honey. House 2. Kaylee. I got an Xbox. Yay. Thanks, Mom. You're welcome, Kaylee. Next day at school. Hi, Brooke. How was your Christmas? You can answer for me this time.
It was really good. My mom got me gifts.
Oh, yeah? What she get you?
Well, it wasn't from Santa. My mom got it for me.
Or what made your Christmas so special?
I love books.
You love books. I spent a lot of time with my family, and it was great, and it was full of joy and excitement, and I got everything I wanted.
What'd you get?
What I wanted.
Scene.
Nice.
What I wanted.
I'm going to give you guys the opportunity to do another one if you want. Another round of improvising if you want. It's up
Okay.
to you guys.
I don't know if I have another one, but
No.
okay. Yeah, I think I'm okay. Unless you want us to act out something, like if you need more and you're
No,
like,
you're good. It's
show
just
it.
an opportunity to rebuttal off of the
I
rebuttal.
just called you out because you said it was from mom and it's supposed to be from Santa.
Oh, fuck.
And that's why I said the mom thing. Like,
Yeah.
thanks, mom. And I'm like, what? Santa's real. So if you want to like pretend that was Santa, can
Yeah.
we do that for the judges?
Well,
just to give it to
unfortunately, your
her?
mom is
I think
Santa.
I think the points
Yeah.
were made either way.
Okay.
I feel like.
Okay.
don't you guys? Okay.
Good.
So
You guys got the idea.
we'll go to voting if you guys are good with that.
We're good with that.
All right.
Unfortunately.
Votes for round 2 are in, and
Okay.
they have been cast from the judges. We will go to round 3. We're going to give you guys roughly like 8 or so, however long you need, basically, to do evidence if you have any. That's kind of a broad term, but feel free to literally call any of your friends, ask them about Christmas experiences, whatever you got to do.
Okay.
You know,
You want to
have
go
fun
first?
with it,
Or you want me to?
because evidence
decide.
usually isn't fun.
Okay. Hi, baby.
Hi. How are you?
Face it towards. Yeah, there you go.
There. I'm at my friend's house. How are you, baby? Good.
Good.
What?
Elliot loves his TV, and I love my TV and my stuffy, and Elliot loves his moose.
That's so cute.
So cute. Which gift was better, the TV or the moose?
No, my TV.
Why was it better?
The moose.
Oh, the moose. What makes it better?
I don't know.
Okay, fair point. You love them both?
What do you use more, Harrison? Do you use the TV more or do you use the Moosey more?
The TV more.
Use the TV more.
Okay, I love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
He looked at Tommy and he said, I have to pee.
That little baby voice. Oh, that was so sweet.
For the record, he likes his moose more. So
What do you say uses the TV more?
he doesn't, because he doesn't bring the TV with him.
Was the
that's
moose more
beating-
expensive? Were
What?
you fighting against his point? He was defending you.
The moose isn't his. The TV's his. But he said for him, the TV's more important, but for Elliot, the moose is more important. Because they don't understand the value of money.
Can you give us a brief review of what just happened, basically, or what?
So Harrison is my oldest son. Elliot is my youngest. Harrison got a TV for Christmas. Elliot got a moose. And Harrison likes his TV more, but Elliot likes the moose more. But they don't understand the value of money, so they're both very important to them.
Apt analysis.
Do you have any more evidence at all that you want to present?
Not,
It's okay if not.
not at the moment.
Okay. And yeah, if you guys feel free to go back and forth if you have more. Brooke, you want to present your evidence?
I'm ready.
All right, go for it.
I'm going to call a mother of 3 because I'm not a mother, except for my animals. But they don't get gifts because I'm cheap. The whole
Is this
point of this.
A friend of yours?
This is my sister.
Okay.
We grew up together.
Okay.
Yeah. Speakerphone?
Yeah, speakerphone and have it directly going in like this. Yep. No, it doesn't have to touch.
Hello.
Hi, yes, Jamie. This is Brooke, and I'm on a podcast. Do you have a couple seconds?
I do. Give me, well, I do in just 1 second.
Yeah,
Hey,
take your
Pacey, can you
time.
go take that to your dad?
Mother of 3.
Daddy will open up, okay? Right, I had just walked into the other room and they were not fully prepared for that.
No
But yes,
worries.
I do.
Okay,
Hello.
Jamie. Hi. So, as I've mentioned, you're a mother of 3. Can you please
Yes.
tell the jury how you decide what gifts should come from you and which should come from Santa?
Absolutely. So with our kids, I always tried to be mindful of them going to school the next day and explaining what they had received. So when thinking about that and even just how feeling I had felt as a child, we decided Santa's going to bring more practical gifts. And then we kind of get the joy of the quote unquote more fun gifts.
Yeah.
So in our family, we had our elf typically will deliver matching pajamas from Santa at the
Sure.
beginning of the month. And then Santa on Christmas Day brings some type of learning activity, a book of some sort, a puzzle, something along those lines that it's still fun for our kids. However, it's not any outrageous gift that could be, upset somebody else if they didn't get the same gift. Then selfishly, we get the pleasure, or I don't really know the best way to phrase that, but we get to be the cool parents who provide the fun gifts or a vacation of some sort, something along those lines. Also taking into consideration like our financial standing towards the end of the year. And, I don't want it to be that Santa can't deliver this year because XYZ. Like they are always, Santa's going to be consistent in our house. And then everything else is the
Aw.
variable.
That's a very good point. I appreciate that. Do I have any questions from the jury here?
No, but I would like to give Kaylee the opportunity to question your witness, if that's
Kaylee,
all
would
right.
you like to question Jamie on anything that she had mentioned?
Yes. Do you ever feel like your kids might go to school the next day and wonder why somebody else got a Nintendo Switch and they got a puzzle?
Possibly. And kind of trying to start the conversations early that in our house, Santa is practical. What Santa does for other kids does not reflect how naughty or nice you were for the previous year. It is going to be, you were nice. Here are things that you had asked for. However, when we're writing our list to Santa, let's keep in mind Santa typically does XYZ in our house, and trying to just explain other kids might get something different. Again, trying to keep it on the lower side of things. But if another child gets something different, maybe their family needed help, or maybe they did something extraordinary, and even just making up something that might not be the most ethical answer. But just trying to explain, that does not describe you for the previous year, nor you moving forward what somebody else gets. You can still be good and get great gifts elsewhere.
So you don't think that you could have that same conversation with them, giving them the more expensive gift?
I think you could. But I think that comes into us wanting to be the fun parents, and we get to selfishly be the ones to give the nicer gifts and get the praise for that versus, a imaginary figure.
Okay.
So, thank you, Jamie, for your points. Is it fair to say that as far as your home goes, it's all about empathy for others when it comes to Santa? Because you want
Yes.
to leave the fun presents from you because not all child gets that same experience. Is that correct?
Sounded like she said it was
Exactly.
because she was selfish.
One more time.
Sounded like she said because she was selfish, she wanted to give her the special gift from herself.
And I think that's why I kind of had that question. So Kaylee had said, it sounds like you had said that you only give those gifts from you because you're selfish and wanted to make those from you, from mommy and daddy. So I wanted to more question again and get further into that. That is it more that you're excited to give those gifts from you, or is it more the reason of Santa? And I'm not trying to make it one way or another. You are free to answer at your own will. Is it more to say that you would rather have it be fair all around as far as Santa goes, to have empathy for those children who maybe have less than?
I would say it's a 75-25 split. 75, I'm looking out for the other kids, and how they're going to feel the next day and hearing, what my kids had received, and making it very clear that this
Sure.
was from Santa. However, this was from other parties, whether that be us, grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, whoever that may be.
Yeah.
And then the other 25 is absolutely being I want to be the fun parent. I want to give my kids the childhood that, maybe I didn't get to experience or my husband didn't get to experience,
Sure.
and see the joy in their eye for the thing that they had asked for. And that even if Santa didn't deliver on that, mom and dad are going to.
I love that, Jamie. I appreciate that. Any questions from the jury for Jamie, please?
I don't think we will have any questions, but I want to.
Do you
Are we
have
done with the
anything else
witness?
for that?
Nope, I'm okay.
Okay, thank you so much, Jamie. I appreciate you being on the podcast.
Absolutely.
Merry Christmas. Bye. You too. Happy holidays. Bye.
Do you have any more evidence, either of you?
No, I just had the phone call.
I just had my child.
Okay, if we are doing that, then do we have any questions from the judges for the last round? I'm still kind of undecided, so maybe a couple questions. No? What do you think? Dylan, looks like you already voted. Andrew, would you like to vote?
Let it be known that my heart is fucking pounding.
I do have one question.
I don't want to eat a bug, but I will.
Yes,
Did
happy
you have
holidays
any
to you.
Prior contact before that phone call?
No, swear. All I did
She did.
All I did was call her and tell her that I was what the prompt was and that I would be calling her because she's a mother of 3. So she has to be prepared for that phone call.
You know, Brooke, I do have to mention it. She did mention a book and a puzzle specifically.
I did not mention a book and a puzzle.
Did you really not?
I swear. You can
That
I can call
is
her back.
Crazy. No, you don't have to.
And I
believe
never
you.
said a book and a puzzle. I said socks and a puzzle.
You know,
She mentioned the book.
this round is hard for me to vote. These two guys seemed like they knew better, but I think both of you did a good job questioning the witness, your witness, Brooke. I think both of you did a good job trying to bend it one way or another. So I just want to commend both of you for that. That was good. So the votes are in, and we're gonna calculate. We're gonna count it up. We don't have to count, but I just do.
Can I say something really quick?
No.
I know you're still voting.
No, you cannot.
You guys are really worried about my witness being judged beforehand. Her kid just started saying, I love my TV. I love my moosey. Like, you're worried about my sister?
No,
There was no question. Mommy, my TV is great. My TV.
Those were the gifts that he did get for Christmas.
Randomly,
One did
you
get a
didn't
TV.
say,
One
hey,
got a
buddy. What did Santa bring you this? He said, my TV, Mommy.
Well,
I just wanted to say that.
okay.
really
I will
quickly.
clarify. I told my husband. I said, ask Harrison to tell me what him and Elliot got for Christmas, and that's it.
And to be honest, I thought that's just kind of how kids start conversations.
Yeah.
My TV,
But
my
I'm
moosey.
glad you brought it up
Mhm.
because now that you said it, I can see it.
Yeah. So you're worried about Jamie. Puzzle in a book. Moosey and a TV. That's all I got to
Yes,
say.
but
It was cute, though, that little voice. I got to
but
say
that's
that.
what I
but
got.
I know. I want to see the Moosey.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you rounds 1, and then I'm going to tell you total amount of points.
Round
there-
1?
I will tell you points, which is a round, and
'Kay.
votes, which is what won you the round. So for round 1, Brooke, you won 2-1.
Okay.
So you had 2 votes. Someone else had 1 vote.
Someone
else. It's me.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
you're
I'm
saying I
sorry.
got-
I meant. What
How
I
you
meant to
worded
say
that?
was
It was
you
that
had
no.
2 votes and someone else voted for Kaylee.
Right.
That's what I meant. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My apologies.
No,
my
that's okay.
apologies. For the second round, Kaylee, you won. You got all of the votes,
Woohoo!
which is a little odd here because the third round, Brooke won, but Kaylee, you have more votes than Brooke technically. But the round points went to Brooke. So you technically have 5 because it was 2 votes for Brooke.
Is it okay if I make a comment really quick? It's okay. You can say
Make
no.
a comment, sure.
She won the second round when the gift was from her mom, not Santa.
My mom is fucking Santa,
But
Brooke.
the thing, I think the thing that won me, I think the thing that
Probably.
I think the thing
Yes,
that
she
won
is,
me
in
over
fact, yeah.
was the order in which it went, and also Kaylee did a really good job of taking your scenario and using it against you, because she was able to portray basically a person who's not shitty enough to do that. That's what won me over. I can't speak for the other judges.
Sure,
Maybe they want
sure.
to speak.
I will accept it at face value. I just wanted to make that comment that
So,
Santa wasn't involved.
I
And that's
kind of
the
want to
whole
say that at
point.
this point is a tie. I kind of want to say let's do one more thing to break this tiebreaker. Do you guys agree with
Push-ups?
that? Because right now,
Arm
because,
wrestle?
because right now what's going on is technically Brooke has more points, but you had more votes, which is an odd scenario to be in. And
So how did it work? Every time you guys can give one to one or the other,
we
because
each
you
judge,
said that there's no way that it could be a tie, and there's a tie.
well, there isn't when it comes to who won the round. Technically, if we're going by those rules, you won. But now that I'm looking at this, technically, Kaylee has more votes, though.
So
Does
how
make
is that
sense?
possible
so what
if
I'm
it's
saying
by
is
the
because you got
points?
swept and didn't get any votes for round 2,
Mm-hmm.
it ended up giving Kaylee more votes than you, but you won both.
Oh,
rounds.
I see what you're saying. So she got 3 points round 2, but
will
I
leave
won 2
this-
rounds.
I
Yeah.
will, I'm going to ask the judges. It's a little unfair to Brooke in a way to say that we should give a tiebreaker, but I also feel like I want to be a good sport because I feel like we should maybe do something else. What are your thoughts for like a tiebreaker? You agree with a tiebreaker?
It's so simple.
Tiebreaker. Yeah.
What do you two think about that?
I'm okay with a tiebreaker if you come up with it. I don't want to have to create what the tiebreaker will be.
Okay, so what I'll
But
say is,
I'm game. I don't.
Brooke, I'm gonna
You're gay?
say you're
I am,
being a good
sometimes.
sport about this.
Depends on the friend.
So I just
Just
want to
joking.
note that for
That was
the record.
inappropriate. Sorry.
No, I could
We
be.
should come up with a tiebreaker of some sort. Hang on, we're gonna do that now.
I wish we could have the audience vote. Can we come back to the? Hey, question. Can we come back to this and have the audience vote for who they think won, and then we can
I
come
would
back
do
and eat
that
the
if
bug?
I had people who actually watch the show.
Okay, you
Fair
three
enough, yeah.
listeners.
It's us,
Dylan
isn't
had
it?
an idea.
Okay.
We were gonna do an art-based competition, so there weren't any athletics involved in
Sure.
it.
Okay.
To stay
Her
on
husband's an
topic-
artist. It's fine.
What?
Nothing.
It's not me. It's okay.
We were gonna stay on topic, and we're gonna give you each. Can I do this? Okay, we're gonna give you each a piece of paper.
'Kay.
And we're gonna give you 15 seconds.
Holy shit.
A minute. We're gonna give you
Yeah.
a minute. Whoever can draw the best Christmas tree.
While looking.
Yes.
Wait.
No.
No, without looking.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
For a minute. 30 seconds. Okay.
A minute's good.
So as the tiebreaker, we're gonna give you 30 seconds to draw a no-look Christmas tree, and whoever, based on the judges' judgment, has the best Christmas tree will win.
Can
Perfect.
we make sure that you guys can't see it while we're drawing it and hand it to you so it's a total blind voting process?
Yes.
So you guys make sure you're not seeing what we're drawing. Is it just the tree you're worried about, or you want like as much as we can give you in a minute? You know what I mean? Like I don't want to draw a bunch.
Don't
and then you're
answer
like,
that. Don't answer that. Let's go.
30,
got the
30
timer?
seconds, no looking at
30?
it.
You said a minute.
It's 30 seconds now. Dylan wanted it to be shorter.
Well, now my tree's ruined.
Are you guys both closing your eyes?
Yes, but we have to wait for you to say go. We have to say go.
3, 2, 1, go.
I'm winging this.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Tear those
Damn.
off. Mix them up.
We'll just rip them out.
We want whoever did this one is the winner.
Kaylee!
Is that mine? With
I
the
don't know.
Christmas presents?
Is
I
it
have no
bigger?
idea if it's
Is
yours
it
or
the
not.
bigger or the smaller tree?
It's big.
That's
Okay,
Kaylee's.
that's mine.
All right, good
This is
job.
the Christmas presents,
Get
right?
this
Good job,
bug
both of
up
you.
in
Now
my
I'm
ass.
gonna give you a whole pack of bugs, and you get to choose one to make Brooke eat.
Okay.
I'm so excited, girl.
What did you just do?
Do I get to rinse? Do I get to have a drink after? Or like, are there rules on that too? Because you didn't say that. You said 3 chews and a swallow. Like, can we just? I can have a drink. Thank you.
You were the one that voted the whole bug. If this were me eating it, I'd be eating that whole damn thing. Eat the fucking bug.
No, I just want a drink. I'll make them sound in the mic. Yeah.
You still have to eat the whole bug.
Yeah, I'll swallow.
Okay.
It. I'm good at swallowing. Andrew looked away so fast.
He said, I disagree.
He said, "My mom's gonna watch this podcast." Can we show him to the camera too? Wow, I thought she got to choose.
What is that? I want one with wings. I want to look at that big one. I'll put it back in there. Don't worry.
That's like a worm. That's huge.
I'm not going to do that.
I was gonna say we're friends at the end of the day. That one is.
What the fuck is that?
I wish the camera could see. Can you like zoom this one in on the camera?
Yeah.
Look at
even
what
is that?
we're
I
even
would,
looking at.
I would hope that you wouldn't do that to
Will
me,
it
so I'm not going to do it
focus?
to you.
No, I would. Looks like a little penis. Andrews.
Hey!
Hi, everyone. Can we show the audience the bug, or is that too much
It's just
work? You
black.
just did it.
Yeah.
Just so they know which one I'm eating, or does
No,
it
it's just
matter?
a black, whatever.
I just wanted to know it's actually a bug, folks.
Ugh! He crushed it.
Oh, what's that? Oh, make sure
Ew.
you get all the detail. That's a leg. Oh, is that a roach? Yo. Oh, what's on the back? Will you say it again? What do we got?
Grasshoppers, house crickets, silkworm. Oh, that's a silkworm. Worm.
No, this is a grasshopper, bro.
Do you want to eat the worm? Or do you want
it's
that?
okay. I'll eat it. It's been decided.
That one? That one's really disgusting.
Okay. You're gonna have to tell me, do I just do it?
I'm so grossed out.
This
and
is
I'm
the
not even
one
eating
bug
it.
challenge.
All right, go for it.
Okay, I'm gonna get the sound back on me so you can see. I have to do 3 chews and a swallow. I feel like I'll choke on this if I don't do more than 3 chews.
Ew.
It's fucking delicious. Thank you.
Do you want to try another one?
Yeah.
Okay, go for
No, I don't want to fucking try another one. Thank you. Thank you. I lost.
it. Thank you, guys. Thanks for being
Bro.
Your
on.
lip
This
quiver?
is
Bro.
Are you gonna puke?
good first episode of our debate episodes. Thank you both, Brooke and Kaylee. You guys both did great. Brooke, thank you for being a sport and giving Kaylee the option for a tiebreaker.
Yes, thank you for that. That was
This has
great.
been At Legally Friends. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for being